Oh my! Mga indecent proposals, paano mo yan na-handle?
Nasanay na lang din. Going live with Shelly Lazaro.
Good morning! Hello everyone! Hello lovies! I'm so happy that you can join me this morning. So welcome to the special virtual episode of Going Live with Shelly Lazaro. We are currently multi-streaming on Going Live with Shelly Lazaro, Net25, and all Eagle Broadcasting media channels. So this is a very special episode for us. We call it Embracing the Power of Women and Wellness. So this is presented to us by Zonta International in celebration of its 16 days of activism campaign against violence on women. This is very special and very close to my heart because I am a proud member of Zonta International. I was very young. I think it was in early 2000. I was recruited by my good friend, my kumare, Congresswoman Kim Bernardo Locken. If you're watching, hello, I miss you. So she brought me and introduced me to this organization. So I will forever be grateful to her. And a trivia, Zonta actually is one of the very first social civic group that I became part of. Because I have so many organizations right now. I went on to become the president of Rotary International, Club Bulaqueño, and a lot of other amazing organizations. But Zonta is my first. And this is also where I met this amazing person who actually changed my life forever. Like, she changed the way I see the world, and she made me more passionate about helping others. So you will meet her later. She's with us. She's actually the one who initiated this broadcast project with the Zonta group. My good friend, Cecile Oebanda Flores. I will introduce her to you later. So we have so many guests this morning. We are global, we are international. So without further ado, let us officially start the program with a Zonta prayer to be led by Nora Vinluan, the secretary of my home club, the Zonta Club of Pasig.
We thank thee, Father, for your blessings and for your gracious, loving care. Help us to honor Zonta's code, to be in all things fair and square, and grant our prayer for lasting peace for all nations everywhere.
Amen. Thank you so much, Nora. Shout out to all the members and officers of the Zonta Club of Pasig. They're doing so many great things right now. In fact, they're also overseeing the preparation of this program in partnership with the entire Zonta community. Now we will hear it from no less than the president of the Eagle Broadcasting Corporation, the mother company of our TV station Net25. Please welcome our dear Rowena de la Fuente de Moy.
Blessed day to all women. I welcome you all today in this historic event of recognizing the important role played by women in our society. The COVID-19 pandemic will not hinder us in our efforts to promote and protect the welfare of women. First, I would like to commend Zonta International for all its efforts in empowering women worldwide through your services and advocacies. In recent years, we have witnessed how women prove that they could rise to the challenges of life as men does. I know you will agree when I say that we are strong-willed and most of the time we can do better. But modesty aside, women like us in the society today are more empowered with different roles to effect change. As the first woman president of Eagle Broadcasting Corporation, it is my mandate to realize EBC's vision to bring the truth to the world and serve relevant content that inspires life in these interesting times. And during these interesting times, women are no longer afraid to expose their experience of abuse and violence because of the support of and assistance that they get from organizations like Zonta International. But still, there are some who opt to be silent because they lack awareness and knowledge of what they can do, that they have the rights under the law to be protected. I urge all of you as women leaders to continue your work of empowering and enabling communities to improve their lives. The current situation has challenged each one of us to thrive, not survive, by coming out much better than before, by being creative and innovative in our responses to present problems. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak in front of you today, and special thanks goes to Ms. Shelly Lazaro for inviting me to be part of this momentous event. More power to us, the women of today. Thank you, and God bless us all.
Thank you so much, President Wang. It is my pleasure. Guys, I'm very blessed to be part of the Net 25 and the Eagle Broadcasting family. They have such a big heart and very, very supportive of all my causes and advocacies. Everyone there is just so genuine and real and kind. And special mention to my Net 25 angel, Mr. Don Orozco, for always making things happen and for supporting my vision for the program and for the show and for the network. I am so lucky to have you. And yes, I will always, always be thankful. Okay, so now again, thank you so much, Miss Wang. For the opening remarks, we are very lucky to have with us this morning live from Thailand the district governor of Zonta International, Ms. Shavali Pam Osatanugra.
Women of every age, race, and nationality want to be empowered. They are only waiting for the right moment for someone's initiation in this regard. Trailblazers, women who have preceded us to pave the uncharted path and open unheard of opportunities for women, must not be forgotten. They go down in history as our unsung heroes. Those who are already empowered understand what it is like and are enthused to empower others. As a product of a women's college, where we were given the opportunities to grow and to think outside the box, has helped us mature mentally and emotionally and be empowered. Embracing women's power, we must remember this. We have the same rights and opportunities as men. Education, work, and legal opportunities. May I quote mathematician Katherine Johnson, one of the first African American women to work as a NASA scientist. Girls are capable of doing everything men are capable of doing. Sometimes they have more imagination than men. We should have the willpower and be more bold and unconventional. We should not care what others think of us. We should not let anyone pull us down. Eleanor Roosevelt, former First Lady of the United States of America, once said, "Do what you feel in your heart to be right, for you will be criticized anyway." According to Amelia Earhart, a Zontian and first female aviator to fly solo across the Atlantic Ocean, the most difficult thing is the decision to act. The rest is merely tenacity.
And again, live from Thailand, I am honored to introduce to you District Governor Pam Osatanugra.
Good morning, Miss.
Good morning. Good morning, DG Pam.
Good
Thank
morning.
you for joining us. DG Pam, so how's if you don't mind, may we ask about your personal life there first in Thailand? How's the pandemic life there and what's the new normal? Maybe you can share quickly. We have a
Well,
lot of viewers watching right now.
In the past, well, since March and April, we were sort of in lockdown in Bangkok, but it was not it was a sort of voluntary lockdown. Some people were out. However, my family and I stayed at home, so we were home for 6 to 7 weeks. We didn't go out, and everything everything became better until last week. We just heard that there are people who are bringing the COVID-19 into Thailand from Myanmar. So now there is a chance that we can be in lockdown again, and that is really really scary to think of that, because the things that we've been doing, the things that that we're able to do to go out, it may be curtailed once more. We just have to wait and see what the government says.
Exactly. It's pretty much the same here in the Philippines, DG Pam. DG Pam, okay. For all our viewers tuned in right now, we want to tell them not everyone knows what Zonta International is. I want it to come from you, like how big and powerful Zonta International is. Maybe quick facts about Zonta. What is Zonta? How old are we? The secret on how we lasted this long?
Well, Zonta International is 101 years old this year. We celebrated our birthday last November 8th. And first of all, the vision and the mission of Zonta International. We envision a world in which women's rights are recognized as human rights, and that every woman is able to achieve full potential. And that in such a world, women have access to all resources and are represented in decision making positions on an equal basis with men. And we are a leading global service organization of professionals empowering women worldwide through service and advocacy. Zonda International is, consists of 31 districts and one region in South America, which is non-voting. And we are in District 17, one of the 31 districts. And we encompass the Philippines, the mother club, the first club in Asia, Singapore, Hong Kong, Macau, Malaysia, and Thailand. So the Philippines had the first club, Manila One, in 1952, I believe. So it's nearly 70 years old now. And we have, through the years till now, we've been adding more clubs and countries, and with Macau and Hong Kong, was like chartered 1971, 72, something like that. So we've been here for many years, and we have been here in order to help marginalized women, to help girls, to educate girls that they have the rights, that they
Yes.
should not be secondary to men, to boys.
DG Pam, we are watched in over 155 countries, and I would like to say hello to all the Zonta members watching in all parts of the world, especially to those clubs under DG Pam District 17. So hello to everyone in Hong Kong, Thailand, Malaysia, Macau, Singapore is part, right? DG Pam, and of course the Philippines, Indonesia. Hello everyone, and good job for all the good things you have been doing in the country. DG Pam, how is it being a pandemic district governor? Is it less
Um,
work for you now, or it's more busy?
I think it's more busy because we see each other virtually nearly every day. So, but it's a good busy, it's a fun busy, and a very productive busy. So I really enjoy that. However, you said pandemic governor, right? It's really something to think about, because my 30 other friends who are district governors worldwide
Mhm.
and I, if we are termed as COVID-19 pandemic governors, it's something that could go down in Zonta history. And we have a District 17 tagline. right? I guess you've heard of that. For this biennium, the tagline is the link to the future is now. Let us embrace the new normal with optimism for women and girls. And let us recover, rebuild, and rehabilitate broken families and communities.
It's very nice. It's very apt, especially with amidst this situation. DJ Pam, thank you so much for being with us. Very very quick. I cannot end this our conversation without asking you because I know a lot of people would want to know. For those aspiring to be Zonta district governors, what does it take? What do you need to bring to the table?
Actually, I did not aspire to be governor, so I really don't have that answer for you. It just came surprisingly and I guess naturally. But for someone to become a governor, you have to be open-minded, heart, be optimistic, and you should be able to reach out to help other people and think of other people before yourself. So it is something that I don't know whatever I do that I came here, to be where I am today. Um, I do it from my heart,
Mhm.
and I just hope that the more I can reach out to a larger target group, and that makes me happy. That is worth the while. So I say, well, whoever wants this, to be in this position, I guess those are very simple rules.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's very
yeah,
amazing. Very inspiring, DG Pam. Thank you. Thank you for being with us. Please take care and stay healthy. But I hope you can join us till the end. We have a lot of all your club presidents are watching right now, and we're gonna be talking to some of them and the area directors. Thanks
thank
again, Miss Pam. Have a good
you.
day. Talk
You
to you again
too.
soon. Bye. Okay, lovies. So that's District Governor Pam of the Zonta International. Okay, we have plenty of guests. Let's start with the first batch of amazing Zonta International leaders and key officers. Let's all welcome to Going Live with Shelly Lazaro, Lizette Lim, Area 5 Director. We also have Armita Rufino, the chairperson of District 17 Nomination Committee. We also have the District Lieutenant Governor Leah Bautista. And last but not the least, the Area 1 Director Gina Heraldez. Good morning, lovely Zonta.
Good morning, Shelly.
Thank you for being with us. Yes, okay. So let's make it like a beauty pageant questions. I have some questions for all of you. I want to start with, let's see, maybe we can start with Lizette. Lizette, how can the general public, we've been talking about this. In fact, the reason why we're here now is in support and in celebration of our 16 days of activism campaign against gender-based violence. Can you tell everyone briefly what is this about and how can non-Zontians or the general public with no connection whatsoever with social civic groups can contribute to ending violence on
Okay.
women?
The 16 Days of Activism for Zonta International covers on creating awareness on the gender-based violence inflicted on women and children. We have a lineup of activities for the 16 days which can help women, especially those who are abused and victims of violence. So how can the general public participate? One of our goal in creating awareness on the gender-based violence is to touch base with men. Men, it is important that we educate them on the responsibility that goes with the privileges of being the head of the family, the man in the house, or the breadwinner. What does it mean? It means that it should not be confused with control, with power, with entitlement. We need men participation in our programs. We need the public to know that the more men engage in our project and our program, the better for our campaign to say no to violence against women. Why? Because they become our partner advocates. Number two, we need youth, the young ones to participate and to be involved. Their voices matters. It matters a lot for them to be heard. They can be our resource speakers, and from the audience, the inspiration will come from our young speakers to the young audience, and they will be inspired to speak up and not to keep quiet and to speak up and assert their rights. And of course, the young ones can use the social media platform to be able to convey a message, a strong message to fight violence.
Okay. You've mentioned about men, no? Because not everyone is aware that was it several years already that Sonta started accepting male members, right?
True, true. 10 years
Okay.
ago, we opened our doors to men to be able to have them participate and to be engaged in our program. In fact, the first recruit for the Area 5 became the president in 2 years' time of his own club. That's how
Wow.
we embrace our mission and vision.
Okay. So we have to change the title now. We have to embrace the power of men and women and wellness,
Correct.
not just
Correct.
women. Okay, that's very good to hear, Lizette. Now, Leah, you're the district lieutenant governor. Um, this is you will agree that this is a very challenging period for any organization, not just Sonta, because of the pandemic and all the calamities happening. How do you manage those areas and clubs directly under you and make sure that they remain committed to the Sonta's mission, vision, and ideals?
Okay, good morning, Shelly. Let me first give you a background on the structure of District 17. You mentioned earlier that we have six member countries: the
Yeah.
Philippines, Hong Kong, Macau, Malaysia, Singapore, and Thailand. And we are divided into six areas. Now the clubs are clustered into these areas according to their geographic location. In the Philippines alone, we have four areas. We have 55 clubs and 1,500 members. Now, to answer your question, how do we sustain the commitment of the members and clubs during this challenging time of the pandemic? Three factors: direction, communication, and member engagement. First, direction. As we have heard DG Pam mentioned earlier, to usher us into the new century, she aptly set this goal. The link to the future is now let us embrace the new normal with optimism for women. And the theme is we recover, rebuild, and rehabilitate. So all clubs respond to the needs of their communities, focused on achieving these goals. Number two, communication. We we remain to be actively interacting with each other through the electronic means. Of course, we have email, the social media, messaging app, and we hold our membership meetings and webinars through Zoom. So we have direction, communication, and third, member engagement. Especially during this time of the 16 days of activism, we have lots of webinars. So we keep our members updated with the concerns and the issues that we have now. Um, we create awareness, we increase our knowledge, and we keep them engaged. So, um, with this, we advocate to say no against violence. We say no to teenage marriage, and we advocate safe places. So we serve in this new normal. We learn how to adapt, and we continue to serve our communities, and we always find ways. Thank you,
Thank
Shelly.
you. Thank you, Leah, for sharing those information with all our viewers. Now, Armita Rufino. Tita Mita, I'm not so used to calling you Armita. So Tita Mita, say hello to give my regards to Tita Tony, one
I
of my
will. Hi,
favorite
Shelly.
people in Rotary. Tita, you're the nomination committee for district chair, right? The district
Yes.
nomination committee chair. Okay. Tita, how are Zonta projects sustained? I want to talk to you about succession planning. So, as the leadership changes, how are you able to sustain the programs of the different clubs?
All right. Whatever project Zonta is trying to undertake, it has to be in accordance with the vision and mission of Zonta International, which is the empowerment of women through advocacy and service. So what we do is we try to get the project and look for a community. And what we do is try to get a community which doesn't have any other organizations being involved. And then we do some planning to find out what kind of projects, what kind of ways that we're going to do in this particular project. Then we are trying to make our members aware. They have to be aware of what we are going to do, what kind of project we're going to have. And during that planning, making the members aware, then you can see that there are members or there is a member who is passionate about that particular project. So taking that into consideration, you assign that a particular project to that member who will, you know, that you who will be able to do her best to be able to have that project being sustained. And we have to involve our members. So not only her, she's now trying to get other members to be involved. You know, in the past years, we have been maybe more than hundreds to thousands of beneficiaries that have benefited because of the projects of Zonta. And these are ongoing projects. This has been sustained through the years, so that you could see that in some project that we could see the improvement. Like for example, in one project that we have about the abused girls, you know, after a while, there was a group that we were able to get look a job for them. And see, they graduated from being in a place where they have been housed because of being abused. Then they now have a job. So this one is something that I think Zonta is trying to really improve the women, the life of women, the empowerment of women.
Zonta International, Tita, is really a blessing to everyone. Thank you, Tita. Again, say hello to Tita Tony. Now,
I
Gina.
will.
Yes, Shelly.
Gina, okay. We've just said that we are now men and women, right? We have Zonta male members also, but um, I'm I'm curious to know, like, and I'm sure all viewers are. Let's focus on women because even if we have male members now, still universally, Zonta International is known for our advocacies on women. How important women empowerment is in our country? Like, what is your current situation? How empowered or unempowered Filipino women? And maybe you can educate our viewers on the kind of projects focusing on this particular need of the society to empower Filipino women.
Okay, Shelly, as you know, some people or some women think that we are a matriarchal society. And actually, there are many laws in place that recognize that women should have equal rights with men. Among them, the Magna Carta, of course, the Constitution, and then, of course, the Women in Nation Building. So these laws are in place. And we know that we have had two women presidents, many members of Congress are women, but unfortunately, for the poor and marginalized sectors of our society, they are still unempowered. Um, if a woman has no livelihood and is just on the receiving end of support, then her participation in decision making is very limited. Um, so, because of that, the Zonta clubs, including the 15 clubs in Area 1, during the 16 days of activism, first we discussed we had several webinars, and one club invited the principal author of the Anti-Violence Against Women and Their Children, Senator Legarda, now Congresswoman, and also
Mhm.
Senator Marcos to discuss empowerment of women during the pandemic, to discuss this with us. And then on a more positive note, a club also tried to invite someone who builds capacity for women. So we had a speaker. Well, okay, one club has helped an NGO that has provided microfinancing for 87,000 nanays all over the Philippines. And she asked our help if we could enhance the program by providing like a prize or an award for the best nanay in each cluster. So there was a club that donated tablets. Then we also had Father Nebres, who had a program for malnourishment of children, because he said that if you do not address that, you'll have children who have less mental capacity and capacity for being educated. And then we also had a seminar, I think we're still having it, on the OSEC, the online sexual exploitation of children, which is a very serious problem. And we had also a very fun activity, which was women in sports, because we also have to promote empowerment of our athletes. So apart from the webinar, we also had like a Zumba session. So with these activities, we are able to relate to all the members the importance of working for the empowerment of women, both in the prohibitive side, meaning uh, preventing violence, and also on the positive side, which is promoting capacity building.
Thank you. Thank you, Regina, for that detailed explanation. So again, thank you. We have more SONTA leaders joining us this morning. So I hope you stay with us till the end and catch up with everybody. Again, thank you, Lisette, Tita Mita,
Thank
Regina.
you.
I'll see you again
More
very soon.
power to your
Thank you,
show.
Shelly.
Thank you. Thank you. Enjoy the
Thank
rest
you.
of the day.
Thank you.
Bye. So, lovies, we have, I hope you're able to learn new things right now, especially about women empowerment and how important the role that Zonta International is playing to address a lot of issues and protect women. Okay, so now I think we have two Zonta leaders who are not able to join us this morning, but they have very special messages for everybody.
Makes a woman truly remarkable is to have the inner and outer beauty and strength, the ability to define herself with a good heart and a great mind above her shoulder, and outwardly to becoming that person, that woman that others around her can emulate. A woman must be both empowered and empowering.
Thank you so much. I think we have another VTR. Let me ask my production team. Do we have another
Hi,
Zonta?
I'm Ligaya Miguel, Area Director of Area 4. We joined Zonta International in District 17 in the 16 days of activism against gender-based violence. Women power, it comes from our natural charm and grace, emanating from our deep faith in the Lord, from our emotional and spiritual harmony, radiating from our inner health, wellness, and well-being. We should use our women power to change the world. Stop violence against women and girls. Stop gender inequalities. Stop teenage pregnancies and child marriages. Yes to women's health and wellness. Yes to women empowerment.
Thank you so much. If you notice, viewers, most of us, a lot of us are wearing color orange because this is the color freedom, and this is actually Zonta's color during the 16 days of activism against violence on women. Okay, so now we have another batch of amazing Zonta leaders. This time, the local Zonta leaders. Let's all welcome to the show Marisol Tan, the president of the Zonta Club of Cagayan de Oro. We also have Tess Pabito, the president of Lucena and Environs. Clarissa Araneta, president of the Zonta Club of Bacolod. And Karine Saloria, president of the Zonta Club of General Santos. Good morning,
Good
fellow
morning.
Jontans. You're all looking
Good
great.
morning.
Morning.
For joining us. Okay,
Hi.
Marisol, you're from Cagayan de Oro. Yung Tagalog,
Yes.
right? So, maayong adlaw. Tama ba?
Maayong buntag.
Maayong buntag. Hello sa lahat. Maayong buntag. Cagayan de Oro. Marisol, how are you able to implement your club projects with all this pandemic? There's mobility restrictions and everything. How are you able to
Yeah,
resume your operations? Yeah.
yes, yeah, it's true. It's hard for us to implement our projects, especially since our projects are really like it has to be continuing. No, we cannot stop. We cannot stop our project. So it's true that our mobility has been hampered due to IATF restrictions, but our club continues to connect to our project leaders, the foundations that we have ties up with, and keep the communications line open and monitor the with our best the the um, everything that's going on in our projects, especially the active VAUSI cases and human trafficking cases of the foundation that we are partnering with. So we also, of course, we do online, all the types of social media, Zoom, Viber, Messenger call. We do that to our partners. Yes, thank you, Shelly.
Thanks, Marisol. Thank you for addressing that concern. Tess, from the Lucena and Environs Club. I'm not, I have a Rotarian, Mitzi Piad. I love her dearly. Is she from your club? She's very active, a very active Zonta member. Tess, Tagalog, right? In Lucena, you just use Tagalog dialect. Like, okay. Same question as what I asked Marisol. How are you able to do all your projects with this mobility restrictions?
um, as the impact of COVID-19, we had a very intensive restrictions. Uh, but uh, how to sustain mobility is, we intensified on so many webinars. In fact, we have two to three webinars a day, and by that shared online information and learning is an area wide of networking and collaborating with other clubs, LGUs, NGOs, and other civic organizations. Social media platforms is a tool. So it's a way to respond in the event of achieving our service to the community as being a solutions, of course. It is a somehow a way of responding to the event of awareness
Yes.
in issues like BOSI, as we continue face to face post-pandemic for the new normal life. And this is how we sustain mobility
Mhm.
restrictions.
Thank you, Tess. Yeah, because we have to make it work, right? This is the new normal now, and we just cannot stop with all the projects that we started. Clarissa, hello to all the Sontians in Bacolod. Hiligay, what's your dialect there? Hiligaynon. Is it correct? So, Hiligaynon. So do I say
Ilonggo.
maayong aga? I really don't know.
Ma-
Maayong aga. All the people in Bacolod, especially the Sontians. Clarissa, how are you and your club members
yes,
protecting yourselves from the risk of acquiring the virus when you do your projects physically now?
well, a lot of us in my club are seniors, so we have embraced the new normal. So whenever we can, we do our club meetings in via Zoom online because we really can't go out much. But occasionally, when we have to give donations to beneficiaries, like we have one close to our hearts, the Capuchin nuns that take care of abused children. So about a month ago, we had to give a donation. So we did that physically. So we follow the social distancing, our masks, and same with we donated, I think, 20 quarantine beds for a group. So we did a photo op in the lagoon. That was okay with Governor Lacson, but always with our masks on. And then recently, last December 1, we
for the 16 days of activism, we honored and recognized 43 police women in of Bacolod City. So we had to do that physically. We were in this Bantug Lake Ranch, but we made sure it was open air. And then I had to give my speech, and no handshakes. For photo op, you take out your mask, but fist cuffs. And of course, to keep our family safe, the moment we get home, we take a shower, do the proper, just because we have, I have my husband, my kids. So on the rare occasions that I have to go out, I really follow the protocols, which is why I think we have survived all this time, no? This 8 months. 8 months.
Yes. Thank you. I'm so glad
That's awesome.
everybody
Yes.
I safe. Power to you and your project. Thank you again. And hello to all the Cebuanos watching. Um, Karine. Sorry, I'm having Karine. Sorry,
Yes,
Clarice, I
hello.
met Bacolod. So hello to everyone in Bacolod watching us right now. Send our regards. Karine, I have a personal question.
Yes,
Okay,
Shelly.
Santa Club of General Santos. Okay, you speak Cebuana, right? Is that the main dialect there, Cebuana?
Yes,
So ayong
yes.
maayong buntag also. Karine, are you,
Maayong
many
buntag,
people are
Shelly.
watching here and abroad. Are you I want to ask if you have anything to share to them. Um, it can be a message about this pandemic or something to do with the women empowerment. They have something to share with all our viewers globally.
Yes, Miss Shelley. Just some information also. Zonta Club of General Santos is actually the youngest Zonta club in the Philippines. So we have been installed just October this year. And for the information of everyone, because we were installed during the year of the pandemic, we have not seen each other personally yet. We are still looking forward to that. But that was not a hindrance for us to be together as a club, to be organized as a club this year of the pandemic. And we are, in fact, very grateful that with all this happening around us, still there are a lot of women who are equally passionate to come together and still do something that this pandemic cannot stop us. To do what we are most passionate about to do, and the strength of the women is really something that even this pandemic cannot stop. So my message to all the people out there, to all the women out there, to continue to connect with other women around the world, women who you can align yourself with your advocacies. And these are women from Zonta who can be your friend and whom you can associate with and start many great things even in this time of pandemic, because women, we believe, are unstoppable.
Karine, I got distracted. I was looking at you. I was trying to, because you look so young, I was trying to guess your age. I forgot to ask my personal question. I was supposed to ask you if you're married, if you have kids.
Yes, Miss Shelley. Actually, just to clarify also, I am not the president of Zonta Club of Gensan.
Okay.
I was commissioned by our very, very active and very passionate president, Dr. Natividad Torre. And I am actually the yes, hello, Dr. Torre. I am actually the PRO of our club. And my age, I'm 27. I am married. I'm expecting a child at this time. And uh,
Congratulations.
yes, thank you. And the reason why I joined Zonta in Jensen is because I am so inspired by these women, especially of one of the members of Zonta Club of CDO, Ma'am Marinela Velez, and all the other women from different Zonta clubs. Their passion about their work is just radiating, and it's so wonderful, so inspiring, so influencing that you just want to join them and be part of them.
exactly. I know the feeling that it feels so empowering just being in the
Yeah.
presence of amazing women. And Karine, but since we already introduced you as president, then maybe they will make you the next president. All our Santa leaders
Happy.
are watching, and your president also. Okay, there's another one. She had a hard time connecting, but she's with us now. May I call on Emma Murphy, the president of the Santa Club of Laguna? Hi, Emma. Sorry
Hi.
for you
Yes, good
experience some technical
morning.
difficulties. Good morning. Oh, Emma, question right away. How
Yeah.
do you balance your Zonta commitments and your responsibilities to your family? Because I know
Actually,
you're very family oriented.
yes. Yes, we in Sonta as empowered women, we know how to manage our time. Yeah, that's one of my I think that's the one I'm doing, time management. I have time for my family, my work, and of course, as the president of Santa Club of Laguna, I list down my priorities and um, I work on first things first, and sometimes I also do multitasking because really the time now is very demanding, especially in our organization, the Santa Club of Laguna. Especially this 16 days of activism, we have a lot of webinars, even physical and virtual gatherings for our project. So time management, I think that's my secret, so to
Yes.
speak.
Thank you, Emma. I wish we had more time, but again, I apologize for the technical difficulty. Thank you again, my fellow lovely Sontians, amazing women. Thank you, Marisol, Tess, Clarissa, Karine, and Emma. I hope to see you again soon. And regards to everyone, to all the Sontians in Cagayan de Oro, Lucena, Bacolod, Laguna, and Genta. I'll see you again soon. Have a nice week ahead.
Thank you, Shelly.
Bye. Okay, so you've met a lot of amazing women already, and now I am very pleased to introduce and present to you our very special Zonta guest this morning. Remember in the beginning, I was telling you that Zonta is also where I met this amazing person, and I was referring to her actually, Mrs. Silo Ibanda Passes. She is the incumbent president of my home Zonta Club of Pasig. But I knew Cecile because of her anti-human trafficking and anti-modern day slavery advocacy and foundation that she founded and that she made me a part of. So I will forever be grateful to this woman. I can't wait for you to meet her as well. Cecile, are you there?
Hello. Hi, friend.
Hello,
Hello.
hello, friend. And we're both wearing orange. Cecile, thank you so much for coordinating and making sure that this broadcast with Zonta will run smoothly. Thank you so much to you and your team. Cecile, many viewers are curious. How is Zonta relevant to today's women? What are the emerging issues for women's and girls in particular?
Yeah. Well, as you know, this is an extraordinary time for all of us. Actually, sometimes I feel that we are standing in the portal of the new world after the pandemic. But of course, before that, the whole nation and the world is actually coming with, it's like a birth pains of something. It can be
Yeah.
ugly or it can be beautiful, and hopefully it is beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
That process, of course, we are facing a different kind of issues. And of course, the problem with women and children, the issues that they are actually encountering now is magnified and more
Mm-hmm.
intense
Yeah.
because of the pandemic. So there's, in our experience in the ground, there are really increase of violence against women uh, issues and the proliferation of online abuse, sex trafficking, and prostitutions that put women and girls in a very, very difficult situation. And the access to services is also very, very limited. So that's why I can tell that for Sonta, for the organization, so I'm so blessed and I'm so really very, I'm enthusiastic of
Yes,
dealing with.
yes.
We are so innovative. We, as a group, you can really see the commitment of its members and its officers to deliver services in whatever situation. It might be pandemic or natural resources, natural calamities or man-made calamities. Sonda always find a way to respond to the issue. So that's very very interesting.
Fred, what are the? I think this one is very important to discuss. As much as we're very idealistic with all our causes and advocacies, I know there are some hard facts of lives, and we just cannot ignore some of the realities. And these are the things that we need to consider when thinking of projects and how to respond better to the needs, not just of women, but the society in general.
Yeah, right. Yeah, yeah. Definitely, we cannot do our job. That's just business as usual. In fact, I always suggest, and I think Sonta got this, no? That
Mm-hmm.
our project will be a solution based. We
Right.
need to stay away with all out. We need to stay away with just one big time parties or outreach. We need to bear in mind that other issues and other problems are interrelated. You cannot separate and isolate the issue of poverty. You
Yeah.
cannot isolate the issue now of
Yes.
migrants.
Yeah.
Thousands or I don't know, maybe millions are distressed and dislocated. Children's education is impaired because of the new normal. So,
Right.
yeah, you cannot do jobs. You cannot do your project the same way that we're doing it before. We need to have a mindset, a mindset that it should be sustainable. It's really solution based and it's strategic. So I think that slowly that we in Sonta is trying to capture that how to make all our projects sustainable and complementary.
Right. Right.
Not other clubs, others quite sometimes competitive, they do their own job, but I think I'm proud that in Area 5, we really try to coordinate, we really try to complement our limited resources. And for any organization like Sonta, you know, it is
Right.
important to do that. In terms of recognitions that our resources is limited, that should be something. And I know that even the government has its own limitation. We cannot do everything. And the organization like us, a civil
Right.
society, and private group, needs to gather together our what we can contribute
Right.
to this time. Because at the end of the day, our loyalty should be in the Philippine people and make their life a better.
So, Cecile, in line with that, what specifically are some strategic roles that organizations like us and other NGOs can actually play during this normal, specifically during this time of pandemic?
Well, as of now, like the 16 days of activism is
Yeah.
just really focus on advocacy, right? This is a time for us really to connect to others and say that there are ways, there are projects that can help. Women and children don't have to suffer, in where they are as of now, because there are brothers and sisters that can actually help them. That's the immediate that we can do. But definitely, I think after advocacy, we need really to focus on livelihood. We need really to
Mm-hmm.
focus on a project that makes the life of people somehow siguro magaan konti kasi so ngayon talaga sobrang bigat. No? So I think our area, the area 5 was really, already identify its priorities. So it will cover health, education, health is really very, very important. Engaging young people, international community engagement, and on the top of that is raising the voice of the survivors and the victims. That the one we're going to guide us in the right direction because we are the one who knows what's really happening to us, and they are the ones who knows what we need at this point.
So, Lovies, again, we are talking. I'm having a one-on-one conversation with one of my um greatest inspirations, my idol, Mrs. Cielo Ebanda Pasis. Friend, I've never met somebody um busier than you. And I don't know how you're able to juggle all these things. You're very hands-on in all your projects and you have thousands, if not millions of projects. So friend, can you share with us, give our viewers some tips so maybe they can learn from you how you're able to take care of your, since we're doing this show is about women empowerment and also about wellness, okay? Because everyone, I think it's nobody will question that it's very, wellness plays a very important role also in enhancing and nurturing your inner power. So you personally, how do you take care of your inner self, and what are the conscious efforts that you are making to have a work life balance?
Well, first of all is that I believe that I'm just an instrument of God purpose in this world, you know. So I hinuhugot ko yung strength ko sa Panginoon. So I always start my day praying and offering my day to God. But beyond that, of course, with all, it's very difficult, Fred, to live an intense life, intense passion. You know, so I make a point to have a meditation. You know, you teach me. Ikaw yung nagturo sa akin nito. At least I have, before, di ba, massage, you know, I have to, you know, you use something that smoothen also your inner self, you know. So I use some oil or whatever. I do gardening, you know, I do gardening. The one that really makes me so happy and balanced is my apo. I have my three
Oh,
apo.
yes. One
So
of them
first,
is my inaanak, my godson.
oh, I know my grandson
Sorry.
is here in San Francisco.
Victor,
No, but I
hello if you're watching. Hello, live.
yeah. So yeah, but I think we should not forget that beyond everything that we're doing outside, we are also a person. We are a woman that we need to be nurtured. You know,
Uh-huh.
we have our own needs, and
Yes.
the more that we pamper ourselves, the more that we empower ourselves, the more that we take care of ourselves, the more that we can take care of others and serve God well.
I can go on and go. I don't mind talking to this amazing lady for hours, even weeks, even days. But again, thank you. I want, lovies, to all our viewers watching, all our supporters. Cecile, I consider Cecile, and not just me, a lot of people consider Cecile to be the modern day Mother Teresa. I just
Thank
even
you.
that is an understatement, but really, Cecile, thank you for everything you have. I'm so, when I told everyone, I think the first time we met was in a Zonta event, right? You were not a Zonta member yet, but that's the start of everything. And I'm so happy that you are now part of Zonta. Zonta International is an amazing organization, but adding Cecilo Ebanda passes and your big heart and everything, wow. So Zonta International now is, I don't know how to describe it anymore. Um, but wow, amazing. Thank you so much, and for all the good that you do.
Thank you, Fran. Thank you,
And
and
for
thank you
being
to
part of it, for really making me contribute to your causes and advocacies. Cecile, while we're waiting, because we have a very special guest live from Los Angeles, California, our OPM icon, Miss Ivy Violan, will serenade live all our Zonta members, officers, and all our viewers, but we're just waiting for her. Meantime, can you share a little bit about what we're doing?
Yes, yeah. Well,
Yes.
Shelly and I have been working together in our advocacy, and not only advocacy, but delivering also direct services to the victims of human trafficking. Shelly is the ate of the survivors in our center of hope. Everybody loves Shelly there. Yeah. So we have, as of now, Shelly, we have 50 girls under our care. So all of them are in school. They continue to do, and some of the girls that you actually met last year graduated with honors through online education. So Shelly always goes to me to the ports or to the airports. You know, if I do rescue, sometimes she's there. She's bringing me food, friend. I have some. So, and of course, we always support each other, not only in terms of work, but personally. You know, in this life, we need really friends, true friends that we can, you know, hindi naman madali ang buhay eh. You know, and we are friends in good times and in bad times. And I'm so grateful also to have you as a friend and a champion. Yeah, in our fight against human trafficking and modern day slavery. Ang ganda mo na yan, di ba? Nakikipaglaban ka.
Really, ayan, I'm getting emotional again. Every time I talk to Cecile, and sometimes when we have speaking engagements, is every time I'm assigned to introduce Cecile and our advocacies, I can't help but cry. It's really basta, maybe we can do what Cecile is doing on women, girls, human rights. It deserves a full hour, a separate 1 hour show for that. So maybe we can do something like that, Cecile, if your schedule permits. So again, thank you, Cecile.
There's a lot of friends.
Yes.
There's a lot like us now in Zonta. Yeah, so there's a lot of amazing leaders in Zonta, and I'm so proud to be part of them. Thank you, friend.
I'm so proud of being your friend, being part of all your wonderful causes, and also of Zonta International. So we're both wearing orange again. Orange is the color of freedom. Okay, so for those who would want to join us in our freedom advocacy, please wear orange all the time. Okay, I'll see you again soon. But stay with us till the end. We have we're moving to the wellness segment of the show. And our next guest also, Shell Pink. You've met her, right? In Los Angeles. Okay.
Yes. Thank you.
See you. Okay, so that's Cecile Ibanda Pasis. Again, I've been with her for many, many, many years now, and we've shared a lot of experiences when it comes to human trafficking and modern day slavery. We're really lucky at Zonta International to have somebody like Cecile, not just as a club president, but as a member of the group. We're so lucky to have her. Okay, now, since our show is about embracing the power of women and wellness, we proceed to the wellness segment of the program. Before I introduce our next guest, we have a VTR for you. Watch this.
Spa Ritual is a vegan spa product line, and it consists of earth-friendly body care and nail lacquer and nail treatment products. And all of our nail lacquers, we have an amazing range of sophisticated modern shades, and they're 5-free, so they don't contain formaldehyde resin, toluene, camphor, or W talate. It's also vegan, which means we don't use guanine, which are fish scales typically used for the shimmers, and we don't use crushed beetles to create our shades that have the red and pinkish tones. We use a natural mica instead of those non-vegan ingredients. Our body care products have amazing signature scents. They're luxurious, high quality, contain a high percentage of certified organic and fair trade ingredients, and they're free of parabens, petrochemicals, and they're biodegradable. The brand was really an inspiration from how I was raised, and my mom really taught me at a very young age the importance of what I put on my body and what I put in my body. And at the time, she taught me how to read ingredient labels on beauty care products, but there weren't that many options available when I was growing up. So when I had this amazing opportunity to develop a beauty care brand, I really wanted to develop something that was as earth-friendly and holistic as possible. Well, Slow Beauty is a movement. It's a beauty and health and wellness movement, a social movement that Spa Ritual really supports and believes in. And it's really about embarking on a slower path to beauty, and one that isn't punitive. It isn't about quick fixes, definitely not about Botox and fillers and plastic surgery. We believe in meditation. There's studies that show that women who have a regular meditation practice look years younger. Well, the States of Slow Beauty are how at Spa Ritual, through our products, we promote this idea of developing a slow beauty practice. And our States of Slow Beauty include our unique signature scents and nail lacquer color palettes. And so a great way to remember what the 4 unique states of Slow Beauty are: close your eyes, look inside, find your instinctual self, be infinitely loving. On this fast track, this linear fast track of life, and we're checking multiple emails and social media outlets, and we're workaholics. We're suffering from so many diseases. We're stressed out. We don't feel good. We don't look good. We need to get off of this fast track and find new places and spaces and experiences so that we can cultivate joy and freedom and reconnect with ourselves and our loved ones, and really radiate our beauty from the inside out. And this is the movement. This is the social movement of beauty and health and wellness, and we need to reclaim what is rightfully ours.
As I've mentioned in my opening spiels, this particular episode is actually very close to my heart. One is because of Zonta, and second is because of the wellness part. I've been in a business of beauty and wellness for almost 15 years now. So I've been bringing in healthy brands of cosmetics and spa products. And one of my favorite brands really is Spiritual. Not just because of its commercial and marketing value, but because of what the brand stands for. And when I met the founder and the other people involved in making of Spiritual, that's it. I fell in love, and all the people who get the chance to know the products, the brand, and the company behind it, they just fell in love. They just fall in love. It's there's really nothing you can do when you find out all their advocacies on environment, taking care of the environment, wellness, well-being, everything. So now I am very, very happy that my trade partner from Los Angeles, California, an internationally acclaimed wellness expert, the founder of Spiritual, and she is also the pioneer of the slow beauty movement. We will ask her later what the slow beauty movement really is about, but it plays a very significant role on wellness. So everybody, it's my honor and pleasure to introduce to you live from Los Angeles, California, Michelle Pink.
Hi, Shelly.
Hi, Michelle. Thank you for accepting your invitation.
Thank
Can
you
you
so
say
much.
hello to all the Zonta members watching us right now?
What?
The Zonta members, can you say hello to them?
Hi, I want to say hello to all the Zonta members. I'm really happy to be here, and thank you, Shelly, for the most beautiful introduction. I really appreciate it, and I'm really happy to be here on your this wellness special episode. It's
Yes, the pleasure is all
dear
mine,
to my heart.
Shell.
Yeah.
Shell, let's start. I want to start by asking you. I have an idea already. I know your story, but I want you to share it to our viewers. We're being watched by a lot of people we're broadcasted in over 155 countries. All the Insanta International powerful women and men are with us also. Can you share? I want them to know how you discover your passion for wellness. I want this to be an inspiration to them also in their journey of taking care of their well-being.
Absolutely. Well, my passion for wellness started at a very young age, and it's really what I learned at home from my mother. She herself was very passionate about health and wellness and beauty. And for me growing up, her passion really kind of bubbled over and became my passion. And those beauty and health and wellness were always integrated for me. So she taught me at a young age to really take care of myself and to think about self-care as a process to feel joy, to take care of myself in a deep and meaningful way so I can best take care of others and the world around me. And she taught me about reading ingredient labels on beauty care products to make sure that I was selecting products that had the healthiest ingredients in them. She taught me about the environment, about immersing myself in nature and taking care of the environment and how important nature is to our health and well-being. She took me to spa at a really young age, less for luxury purposes and more about self-care and all the scientific benefits of going to spa and receiving those treatments. And she taught me about food and nutrition and how important it is that food is really medicine and nourishment, and to really choose healthy ingredients, not only on what we put on our body, but also what we put in our body. So there was a real passion for that growing up. And then when I left to, pursue my studies and my life and career, I just kept going on that path and added so many things along the way because my passion that was really established at home really rooted and grew inside of me.
Shell, let's talk about the slow beauty movement because not many people really know details about slow beauty. Again, as I've mentioned, Shell is the pioneer of the slow beauty movement. She also authored the slow beauty books. Shell, can you share with us what this slow beauty movement is about?
Yes, of course. Yes, I did. I published a book in 2017 called Slow Beauty: Rituals and Recipes to Nourish Your Body and Feed Your Soul. And that's exactly what the whole slow beauty movement is really all about. It's a philosophy. It's a reminder to slow down, to take deep and meaningful care of ourselves. And it's really in a way kind of a guide on how people can develop their own personal individualized self-care practice, because and to define their own beauty standards. There isn't a one size fits all. It's very personal how we can take care of ourselves, and we need the tools and the resources in order to do so. And so that is what the whole movement is all about, to remind people that we really need to slow down and take care of ourselves. The world, I saw the video that you shared in the beginning, and we did that so many years ago. And at the time, the world felt so fast. And I mean, think about it now. I mean, it's just been it's just gained so much momentum. And so we really need to help create those boundaries around ourselves and create sacred spaces to practice our beauty rituals, to really feel good and express ourselves, the best version of ourselves out in the world, and to be a light for others, and to be joyful, and to bring that joy out into the world and around us.
Shell, how important wellness really is for women. How will this empower us? How do we marry power and wellness?
Well, it's very important. Power and wellness is incredibly important. I think especially women tend to take care of others before we take care of ourselves. And we have a lot of responsibilities. Not only are many of us mothers, many of us have careers. And so we are constantly multitasking and being pulled into so many different directions. We sit on boards, we're writing books, we have so many passions that we pursue and so much to give to the world. And we don't want to get burnt out. We want to bring our gifts out into the world, and we want to feel empowered and powerful. And so self-care and wellness is really important. I think it's critical. I think it's vital to to really have these rituals on a regular basis, daily, monthly, yearly, so that we can show up as the best version of ourselves
out in the world.
Shell, tell us a quick story of Spiritual. I'm really in love with this brand, and of all the brands that they carry and brought into the Philippine market, this is my favorite because of what it stands for.
Thank you.
You do
Well,
the
I'm
honor. Tell us about it.
Well, of course, I'm so in love with it also. Well, I mean, starting with the name, Spa Ritual, it's all about, it's really inspired by spa culture and all the wisdom that spa culture gives to us. And, you know, that when we go to the spa and we receive these treatments, it really helps. Spas are really created to help us reconnect with ourselves and to heal and to feel whole again. And it's really important to bring that spa culture home and to incorporate that into our daily lives and to share that with our loved ones around us as well. And so, you know, when I had an opportunity to create this brand, I really wanted to create a brand that offered really beautiful formulas, great textures, great scents, healthy ingredients, and rituals to support each of our products, so that it was really, you know, comfortable for people to practice the spa tradition in the comfort of their own homes in between their treatments. And yeah.
I'm very lucky that I found you guys and I found the brand. So
We're lucky to have found you as well.
thank you for the many years of partnership.
Yes.
Well, how can I told them they're very excited because I've been announcing that you will be giving us practical guides and demonstrate some simple exercises so we can all practice the art of self care, especially now that not everyone is still confined to the comforts of their own home. So it will come in very handy for them.
Okay, great. Wonderful.
So I'll give the floor to you.
Oh, okay. Okay, great. Well, I thought that I would just share, you know, one of the products with you and how to use it. And this is our body salve. This is some of our new packaging. And this one is the Earl Grey body salve. And we have 4 unique signature scents, and they're all natural. We have the Earl Grey, we have the jasmine tuberose, we have geranium cedarwood, and citrus cardamom. So the Earl Grey is such a beautiful scent for cooler winter months. It's very cozy and warm and comforting. And I use the body salve every day. And I do it for at-home self-massage. And the self-massage was inspired by the Ayurvedic tradition. And what I do is that daily after I get out of the shower, I use this body salve all over my body. And the power of touch is so important and so healing. And it's a great way to really increase circulation and to tone your skin. And the ingredients are so nourishing and beautiful. It has jojoba oil in it. And it's really healthy. You're really feeding your skin. And it's a really beautiful ritual to do on a daily basis. So I'm going to show you how I love to use every single one of our products. I always start by putting a little bit of it in the palm of my hand. And what I do is I call this opening up the scent. And so I rub it between the palms of my hand and just breathe in. Breathing is so important. Think about, are you breathing? We run around and we are holding our breath most of the time. And breathing really helps rebalance. It increases blood flow. I mean, it's obviously it can shift your mood. So we want to make sure that we're checking in with ourselves and that we're actually doing deep breathing throughout the day so that we feel balanced and we feel joyful and we feel, most importantly, present in everything that we're doing and enjoying life. So I love to start anytime that I use one of our products, I'd love to start by opening the scent and just taking a few deep breaths in and out. And just releasing. And I do this 3 or 4 times, and then I just do the ritual. So the ritual that I do with the body salve is that I start at my feet, and I work my way up with using the product and doing these long rigorous strokes, and I kind of feel where I'm holding tension in my body, and I'll spend a little bit more time in those areas and really work the product into my skin. And what's really beautiful about this body salve is that it comes out a little bit firm in your hand, but then with the warmth of your hand, it melts right into the skin. And when you're done doing this incredible ritual for yourself, it absorbs so nicely, so it's not going to stain any of your clothes when it's time to get dressed. So this is one of my favorite rituals. I've been doing this for probably over a decade now, and I'm always teaching it and talking about it. And so if you do anything to develop your self-care practice, if you want to add something new to it, I highly recommend doing this daily self massage.
I was doing it with Michelle. It's really, it calms me. It relaxes me.
It immediately shifts your mood, and scent is so powerful to do that, and touch, just the power of touch. And so many of us we're so isolated right now with the pandemic, and we're in our homes, and so just remembering to just we're not hugging, many of us aren't hugging as much, our friends, and so it's just so nice to just work these beautiful formulas into your skin, and just relax and calm your whole
Especially
being.
now, because Shell, I know a lot of people, well, Filipinos, they love going to spa and wellness centers. I myself operate some wellness centers in the different country clubs, but we still cannot operate. I still don't have that confidence. I think it's not that very safe yet to go out there and doing this massages. So it's very important what you're teaching us. Again, viewers, it doesn't have to be spiritual, whatever. If you have other brands of balms at home, you can do this. Shell Pink is actually, well, conceptualized spiritual, but prior to that, she's actually known globally to be an expert in this wellness thing. As she mentioned earlier, prior to all this, because yoga is very powerful now, all this, everybody's talking about wellness. I think even Shell, when she was still a baby, she's doing this already. She's been practicing the art of self-care even when she was still a baby. So she's really an expert on this. So, Shell, do you yesterday we were talking, you mentioned about this field of play. Is this something we can do?
Yes,
today,
I think that we can talk about that. Before I get to that, I want to share just how important it is being in nature. I think, I have 3 core self-care values that for me are non-negotiable, and that's the daily self-massage I just shared with you, and being in nature daily. I'm outside as much as I can be, and hiking, and if you have, I'm lucky that I have hiking trails outside my door, and I can get elevated and look at really beautiful views and be in nature. It's so healing on your central nervous system. And because we are so bombarded, and we're on Zoom, and we're on our phone and social media, it's now more important than ever to get outside and be in nature and be part of the earth and connect. It's so important for our whole total well-being. And then the third self-care value that I love to talk about is meditation. I'm a long-term meditator. I've been meditating for over 25 years now. I do transcendental meditation, which is basically a seated meditation, which is 2 times a day. And it's very easy to do. And I have a mantra that I repeat to myself anytime I notice that thoughts have entered, and I just go back to the mantra. It's a very beautiful Sanskrit sound. And there's so many different types of meditations that you can do. There are apps that you can use to download meditations, Unplug or Calm, and then there's one that Shelly, that we were speaking about the other day, and this is about the field of play. And I kind of developed this while during this pandemic, because I am I'm not seeing people as much, and haven't I've been working from home, and you're just not out and about as much and as freely as we used to be. So you're spending a lot more time alone. Many people are, and you're with your thoughts a lot more than we normally are. And sometimes this can feel isolating. I've been reading a lot of reports about what's going on with the increase in stress and anxiety and depression. And so I thought of a way to help us if we're feeling isolated, when we're going through different chores in the house. And I call it the field of play. And so basically, someone asked me recently, what did you used to do as a young, as a child alone? As when we're children, we get so lost in flow and in play. And I have to say that play is actually, I list in my book many, like, these needs, these human needs, and play being one of them, and how that even into adulthood we need to connect with play on a regular basis, because it's just so good for our overall well-being. And so I think of that for me. Shelly, I'm curious, like, you could share a memory also that, a play that you engaged in as a child. For me, one of my favorite memories, and most of them are in nature, is that I grew up in Michigan, and it would snow in the winter, and I would be outside for hours dressed very warm, and I would be building forts, and I would do it by myself, and I would use icicles, and I just had this whole world of imagination when I was young. And so I just kind of connect with this memory. This is one of several memories that I connect with while I'm in my home, preparing a meal, or, doing laundry, or whatever I'm doing. And I just think making that connection back to a time in your life where you played as a child, where, play and your solitude was sacred and holy and beautiful. It wasn't isolating and kind of depressive. So this is just an idea that I've been playing with, and I find it to be really helpful and beautiful and expansive, and kind of a waking meditation to do. So that's one I wanted to share.
Thank you. I was thinking because growing up, I wasn't really an outdoor person. So my
Yeah.
memory of playing in childhood maybe with Barbie dolls. But Shell, there's this I have this memory. When I was a child, I had this recurring dream that I am in a beautiful garden and butterflies are chasing me.
That's
Like,
beautiful.
yes, and yeah. So when you ask me to recall my nature memories from, that's the closest I can share. Because otherwise, it's all Barbie dolls and indoor play. But it's very beautiful. So I think our viewers can just practice that, feel the
Yeah.
play, experiment with that.
And what you just shared with the dream and the butterflies in the garden is a beautiful visualization. That's a meditation. And so even focusing on something like that, where you are just, if you're laying down in kind of a savasana position, it could be on your bed, it can be on a yoga mat, and just let your mind wander to a beautiful garden with butterflies flying around. And just doing it for just a few minutes is just kind of, helps reconnect and helps you to relax, and restores a sense of calm and internal well-being. So I love that, Shelly.
Shell, do you have other things that you would like to share to our viewers? Other rituals or stuff before we end the program?
Uh, I think that was. I mean, I wanted to share the nature and a massage, and I think I could share dry brushing as well. This is another daily ritual that I do before I get into the shower, and that's also something inspired from the Ayurvedic tradition. And that's a beautiful way to, again, tone your skin, and you're brushing your whole body with the dry brush before you get into the shower, and it really is invigorating, it's detoxifying, and it's really high touch. So I just can't share enough of the importance of high touch now during the pandemic, even pre-pandemic, post-pandemic, how important it is in this technological age that we're living in to make these commitments to high touch rituals in your daily self-care practice.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Shell. Okay, do you have a final message to all the women, all these amazing, powerful women watching us right now?
Just always believe in yourself, whatever your dreams are, never give up. I always say be tenacious and just push through any obstacles that show up, and you're going to look back one day and just appreciate so much that you kept going, and you're loved, you're supported, and whatever your gifts are, the world needs them. So just keep sharing them.
That's so beautiful. Thank you, Shell. Again, thank you for being with us live from California. I know it's very late there. It's what time is it there? It's
It's
almost
not so late.
11
It's like
in the
7:45.
evening.
Yeah.
So
Thank
good
you.
evening, Shell,
Thank you, Shelly,
and
for having me. Thank you to all
have a
of
good
the
night's sleep.
Zonta members. Really appreciate your presence, and thank you for including me, Shelly. Thank you
I
so
hope to see you again real soon when it's safe to travel already.
much. I would
Okay.
very much look
Thanks,
forward to that.
Shell.
Thank you. Thank you so
Thank you. Bye.
much. Bye-bye. Bye.
Okay, Lovey. So I hope you're able to learn something and practice this practical tips and simple breathing exercises at home that will nurture our mind, body, and spirit. Okay, now, before we end the show, I promise that we have a very special number again, live from California, from my dearest friend, Ivy Bulan, the one and only OPM icon. Is Ivy ready? Ivy will serenade us with her angelic voice.
Hi there.
Ivy, hello. Good evening to you. I
Great
know
to
it's
see you
very
again.
late there already. Thank you for being with us. So the all the wonderful
Anytime,
women in
Shelly.
Zonta International are waiting for you. By the way, let me congratulate you for winning, not winning, but you got the award, the Lifetime Achievement Award from Aliu Awards, right? And tomorrow will be the awards night.
Thank you
Congratulations.
so much.
Oh,
Yeah,
before I want to
Shelly, it
talk to
was
you
moved
about
for
that
December
later.
15.
Okay. But
Okay.
Ivy, so the
Okay, let me
viewers are
just serenade
ready.
you.
Yes.
Oh, this is a song I wrote for my mother, my late mother, who passed away last January 15. And to a beautiful mom like you, Shelly, this song is also for you because it talks about our infinite love for our dear mothers. Para po sa inyong to, you can get it in all media platforms, and it is under Viva Record, at sinulat ko po itong kantang ito para sa magagandang inang katulad ninyong nanonood. Andyan ka lang pala, ay taga kitang hinanap. Sa dami ng aking minahal, ikaw pala ang hanap ng puso ko. Hanap ko'y laging ikaw na nagbibigay sigla sa buhay kong ito. Kung saan saan paligoy-ligoy pa ang aking puso, ikaw pala ang hanap ko. Aking turuang puso, buhay ko't kinabukasan, alam ko sa iyo lamang. Hanap-hanap ka sa kadiliman, at sa'yo lamang nakita ang liwanag. Hanap-hanap ka, wala nang iba. Hanap
Yes, we're experiencing some technical difficulty. I think it's the internet connection of Ivy. Let's see. But that's just a beautiful song. Again, as she said, she wrote it for her mom, who recently passed away. Let's wait for Ivy. She's gonna be back. I think she will. She logged out and she's gonna sign in again. So while waiting for
Okay,
Ivy, oh
I'm back.
there, you're back. Sorry for that. I think it's the internet connection.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, all right. So again,
Okay,
this
so what do you
song
want
is
me to do?
dedicated. Okay, Ivy wrote this
Take
song
two.
for your mom. But today we are dedicating this song also to all the empowered
To all the
women of
mothers.
Zonta International, to all the mothers, all the amazing women watching us right now. Are you okay? Is your
Okay,
connection okay, Ivy? So we can finish the song. It's very
I'm good.
beautiful.
I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good. And
Okay.
alam mo, Shelly, itong mahirap sa live stream. It takes triple effort for all of us. But again, I don't know. No, I think this will be our life already, to be heard, to be seen. So we just have I embrace it, and ito na yun eh. I just have to make
Yeah,
a go. And
right.
again, to all the viewers, ako po si Ivy Villan. Sa lahat po na nakikinig at nanonood kami, Shelly Lazaro. She's such a beautiful woman, and I'm so glad that you saw me back in Facebook, and I'm here with you. Thank you for inviting me. Don't forget Shelly Lazaro at Net25 and Zonta International, the best. Andyan ka lang pala, kay tagal kitang hinanap. Sa dami ng aking minahal, ikaw pala ang hanap ng puso ko. Hanap ko ay laging ikaw na nagbibigay sigla sa buhay kong ito, kung saan saan paligoy-ligoy pa ang aking puso. Ikaw pala ang hanap ko, aking tuwang puso, buhay ko kinabukasan. Alam ko sa'yo lamang, hanap-hanap ka sa kadiliman, at sa'yo ko lamang nakita ang liwanag. Hanap-hanap ka, wala nang iba. Hanap-hanap ka't wala nang iba. Kung saan paligoy-ligoy pa ang aking puso, ikaw pala ang hanap ko, aking turuang puso, buhay ko at kinabukasan. Alam ko sa'yo, sa'yo lamang, hanap ka sa kadiliman, at sa'yo ko lamang nakita ang liwanag. Hanap ka, ng iba. Hanap-hanap ka't wala na iba. Hanap-hanap ka't wala nang iba.
Thank you. Thank you, Ivy. That's such a beautiful song.
Thank
And
you.
thank you for bearing with us. It's so hard. Yeah, I can understand your concern. It happens during live broadcast, no? Mga live stream events. And you're in Los Angeles, California. Ivy, congratulations also. Aside from your Lifetime Achievement Award, you're
It's so
celebrating your
cold.
39th year. You're celebrating your 39th year as a professional singer. Congratulations. Okay, Ivy, before we end,
Okay,
do
I
you have a
celebrated.
message to all
Thank you. I
Zonta
celebrated.
International
Mhm.
members, all young women watching right now, who are aspiring singers also and who want to be an OPM icon? Ivy, are you still with there?
Okay.
Final
I
message
always
to
say
our
this,
viewers.
and I believe in this. I believe in this. Napakadaling sumikat, napakadaling yumaman. Pero ang tanong, saan nyo gagamitin ang pagsikat nyo at pagyaman nyo? It has to be a lot of dedication and sharing. Like now, I've been in the business for 39 years and going 40. I celebrated my 39th year last September 8th. And here I am with you. And thank you, Zonta International. Anytime you need me, I'm here. Anytime you need me, Shelly. And to all the viewers, maraming salamat po sa Ali Awards na tatanggap po ako ng Lifetime Achievement Award on December 15 at 4 in the afternoon to 8 p.m. Bye-bye. See you again. God
Thanks,
bless you.
Ivy. I'll see you
And
again
thank
very
you,
soon.
Shelly. All the best to your program.
Thank you so much. Thank you,
I
Ivy.
shall see you
Take
again.
care and stay healthy. Okay. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you again. Wow, it's almost 2 hours already, and I had a great time with all the Zonta International women leaders, and also with my dear friend Ivy Biolan and my trade partner Michelle Pink. Thank you again for gracing our show. I hope we're able to inspire you this morning. I will see you again very soon. But please don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe to Going Live with Shelly Lazaro social media pages and also of Net25 and Eagle Broadcasting. Please watch and support all our shows and programs. Watch out for the reopening of my spa and wellness centers at Manila Polo Club and Valley Verde Country Club. You can check out also my spiritual counters at Rustan's. We're also open for dealership. You can send an email spiritual@citerea.com.ph. And we're launching a bigger, better Going Live with Shelly Lazaro TV show on Net25 very soon. So watch out for that. We are now accepting commercial placements and sponsorships. So you can send us an email for any partnership or collaboration requests. Marketing at goinglivewithshellylazaro.com. So, but for your other concerns, if you need my help with anything, if you need me to connect you with Zonta International or any other social civic groups, you can send me an email at shelly@shellylazaro.com. That's it for today. I'll see you again soon. Bye, lovies.